We've had quite the pleasant one this evening, and thankfully Sunday was mostly rain-free. Some of you did get some showers, but we didn't really need any additional rain after the weekend we had, particularly the Friday into Saturday. We had temperatures now mid and upper 70s for the most part. Warm spot Hilton Head and Savannah, warm spots I should say. Those are at 79 degrees, 75 in Vidalia is the coolest location, but temperatures won't fall too much farther tonight. We'll have 70s in the area, and let me make sure my graphics can work. There we go. All right, let's take a look at Viper radar now. Conditions are looking dry across the area, and the thing to mention is this is all mostly ground clutter. Again, radar beam gets deflected towards the ground when you have stable air in place as you get into these hours. Of course, patchy fog is possible out the door. Again, a lot of moisture on the ground. That combined with overall not much air movement and really light winds are going to lead to that. Temperatures warm in a hurry though. Do find 90s by the afternoon and about a 30% or so chance of isolated showers and storms for the area, but mentioning not widespread coverage of storms at all, and things are going to eventually back off by the evening. So overall, looking at a much more pleasant week on tap. There's a cold front moving through the region, and this is going to bring a very nice cool down for this time of year. Area of disturbed weather and associated low pressure continues to pull away, of course, and the cold front is going to bring a very slow change, but it's going to definitely hit by the middle to end of the week. Starting off tomorrow, again, patchy fog in play if the skies clear enough and plenty of moisture can settle in right near the surface, but bottom line, that's out of the way early on. Upper 80s to lower 90s pretty quickly, get some cloud cover. Even some storms do start to fire up. Now, the thing is, winds will be out of the west most of the day. That keeps the already fairly weak sea breeze this time of year pinned right to the immediate coast, and that's what's going to bring your shower and storm chances. So along and east of I-95, you will likely be the big winners in that regard. Things do trend downward in terms of rain chances by the time you get to the evening. Look at this start on Tuesday morning. Temperatures inland low to mid 60s right along the immediate coast. This model might be a little aggressive with how things cool down pretty quickly, but either way, a nice cool start. Afternoon is going to be comfortable too, with temperatures getting into only the mid and upper 80s at the best. 90 for Tuesday, possibly for some of you, but regardless, that cooler air really settles in for portions of the week. Average high temperature this time of year is 90 degrees, below that for the middle to end of the week. And this includes the mornings too for below average temperatures. Average is right around 70 degrees, and to get a below average morning temperature in the summertime here is a miracle on its own. Going to have 60s to start. Very fall-like feel out there. Some might call this false fall. That is the overall saying for an August cool down, right? 99L again lost a lot of thunderstorm activity after sunset. This system is really going to struggle into the Caribbean, but need to monitor any remnant circulation in the long run, but no threats to the coastal empire and low country. Tropical storm Fernand has now reached about 30 hours as a named storm. Not looking all that impressive on satellite imagery, but 50-mile-per-hour winds may reach its peak intensity over the next 24 hours before it eventually gets into cooler water and more wind shear. This thing does not have a long life, and good news is no land areas will be affected. For tonight, skies will clear out nearly entirely. Can't rule out that, 20% chance of a shower is out of play for the area. Otherwise, patchy fog is going to be in play out the door. But you get out the door tomorrow, it will get hot in a hurry. Another humid day on tap too, but conditions do improve by the middle to end of the week. Isolated storms, so keep an eye to the sky in the afternoon. Also, stay safe in the heat. It will be warmer than what we've been seeing in the area. 80 on the water, rather, west winds of 5 to 10 knots, 1 to 2 foot seas, and the conditions will be fairly fine out there. Of course, keep an eye to the sky as well. Looking at fairly nice conditions for the weekend. Very cool starts here as we get towards Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, not bad at all. It's nice to see a 7-day without a full stretch of rain there.
Right, and even no 90s for a while too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jeff.